Hello guys, Robot1 here, and welcome to the Future of Yu-Gi-Oh! Segment on my channel where we discuss cards coming out later on in the game and basically talk about them, look at them, and see how good they will be. Now, today we're going to be looking at two new archetypes, well, not two new archetypes, but two archetypes that are getting new support. And one is the Fluffal / Frightfur deck, and the other is Darklords. And both of these extra support are coming in Return of the Duelist. The set that literally is after all the Vrain stuff, so we're kind of going to be getting some interesting new support for these decks. Will it be good and make the deck better? I don't know, because both of these decks have been able to show that they can somewhat perform a bit, but they've never had the ability to actually be competitive. So we're going to be looking at, Fluffals did have the ability to be competitive, but we got Frightfur Tiger way too late. But yeah. So today we're going to be looking at these cards, and we're going to basically just discuss them. I haven't looked at them except for the little pink dolphin here because mishaps of editing with recording, but hey, that happens. So let's get into this. So we're starting off with the Fluffal Dolphin, the pink dolphin for Fluffals, because now Ritual Beasts have a pink dolphin and now Fluffals do. Does any other decks have pink dolphins? I'm not too sure, but Fluffals have a pink dolphin. And this card is actually really good. So it's a level 4 with 600 attack and 1000 defense. And its first effect is very good. So, and I only know this because of the mishap. So its effect is you can target one toy vendor in your graveyard, set it to your field, and if you do, you get to send an Egypt Sabers or Fluffal monster from your deck to the graveyard. Now, why is this good? One, it recuperates toy vendor. Toy vendor in Fluffals is a very important card in the fact that it gives you so many resources in Fluffals. With cards like Fluffal Wings, you get to draw additional cards. When Toy Vendor itself is into the graveyard, it gets you to search any Fluffal in your deck. And also, you can discard a card to draw a card from your deck. And if it's a Fluffal monster, then you get to summon a Fluffal from your hand, or I believe any monster from your hand. And it also has the bonus effect of not only giving you back your toy vendor that's in your graveyard, but it has the ability to get you instantly to Edge Imp Sabers. A card that is very vital to the deck, because without Edge Imp Sabers, you can't really fusion summon, because the majority of your fusions will rely on Edge Imp Sabers. So this card not only recycles your toy vendor, which is a card that gives you multiple different advantages in Fluffals, but it also gives you the ability to search out your Edge Imp Sabers so you can guarantee that you have the ability to fusion summon on your turn. So this is actually really good for the deck, and it also gives you the ability to send a Fluffal. I doubt you'll ever see sending a Fluffal because of the Edge Imp Sabers is more important, but it's actually really good. And the only way they could have made this even better is if it was just an Edge Imp monster. Then you could send Chains and then get a free search of Chains. But obviously Konami aren't dumb enough to do that. So very strong card for the first one. And the other effect is actually pretty decent as well. If it's used as a fusion material, you can shuffle back a polymerization spell or a fusion spell that's in your graveyard into the deck, or in your banished into the deck. So it's basically letting you have more fusions in your deck. So if you want to recycle instant fusion, it's at 1 now. You can recycle it. Not bad. But that's Fluffal Dolphin. Let's go ahead and go into some of this other support then. So Edge Imp Scythe. Okay. Level 3 Dark Fiend, 1000 tag 0 defense. During your main phase, quick effect, you can reveal this card in your hand, fusion summon one Frightfur fusion monster from your extra deck, using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material, including this card. So, this lets you just instant fusion Kraken, or just quickly summon Kraken, and it's a monster, so you don't really need a fusion spell. That's pretty decent. If a Frightfur fusion monster you control would be destroyed by battle card effects, you banish this card from your graveyard. It's like, okay, so it also adds protection into Frightfurs. That's actually pretty good. Having the ability to add protection while also being a quick fusion monster is pretty good, because this means that Fluffals don't actually need a fusion spell anymore, as long as they're not using Edge Sabers, because Edge Sabers is the primary fusion target. But this can be used to make stuff like Frightfur Kraken, which is actually pretty good. And I can see why, because Kraken actually has scythes, and this is the scythes that are on Kraken. Now that I've just clocked on that, that's Kraken's scythes. Right, and we've got another Frightfur here. We got a new Frightfur Whale. Ooh, or Death Toy Cruel Whale. And it is a level 9 water monster, 2600 attack, 2400 defense. Needs an Edge Imp monster and one Fluffal monster, so you can use Sabers to make this. Pretty good. Um, and if this card is fusion summon, you can destroy 2 cards on the field, 1 on each side. So you have to destroy 1 in your field and 1 in your opponent's. Okay, I don't like that, but I get why they're doing it. Once, because of you're summoning a big whale, you're destroying 2 things on the entire board. You get what I mean. Once per turn, quick effect, you can target 1 fusion monster you control, send 1 Frightfur card from your extra deck or your deck or extra deck to the graveyard, except Frightfur Whale, and if you do, the targeted monster gains attack equal to half its original attack until the end of the turn. Okay, so this is just helping you OTK a bit more while also removing stuff. I don't like how you have to kill something on your own board because that means you're negging yourself basically an extra card to make this to deal with this because you're using at least 2 monsters to make the whale with a siphon and another fluffle. And then you have to put something on your board and then something on your opponent's board. Like you can be popping Toy Vendor just to be able to search another Fluffles because that's kind of why Dolphin is good because you can just reset a Toy Vendor, and then you can pop that Toy Vendor you've reset. But I don't like the fact that you have to pop something on your board. If it was optional, I would prefer it. Like you can destroy 1 card on your opponent's board, and then if you want, if you want to, you can destroy a toy vendor on your board or something like that. But I get why it's there. It's kind of like you just can't twin twister or you can't just nuke 2 cards for free. I feel like it's a little though, but it's okay. It's okay. It's understandable why it's there. So another spell card, Frightfur Repair. Oh, it's got all of his blades. Oh, okay. And they got the pendulum monster there. So you can target 1 Frightfur fusion monster in your graveyard, return it to the extra deck, then you can summon 1 Fluffal Edge monster from your graveyard. Okay, so it's a bit of a reborn spell. That's pretty good. It recycles an extra monster and summons a Fluffal or an Edge. Pretty good. You can banish this card from your graveyard, summon 1 Fluffal or Edge monster from your hand. You only use either this card's first or second effect. Okay, so you can't do both. All right. Okay, I see why this is a thing. I mean, I think I'd prefer to use like Foolish Goods to special summon Fluffle or Edge from my hand, because something like another dog or something might be useful, but it's alright. And we have a trap card. Okay, so Frightfur Vendor. So we got the Toy Vendor, and now we got the Frightfur Vendor. Okay. This card becomes Toy Vendor while on the field or in the graveyard. Dolphin can say it. Pretty good. Foolish Goods is becoming better. Once per turn, you can discard 1 card, discard 1 card, draw 1 card, and reveal it. If it is an Egypt monster, you can destroy 1 card on the field. Otherwise, place 1 card from your hand on the bottom of your deck. Okay, so you're basically negging 1 for the chance to destroy something. Okay, so I guess it's kind of like the opposite of Toy Vendor, where you draw a card. If it's a Fluffle, you get to summon something. But in this case, if it's a Frightfur, you get to destroy something. Egypt. I get why it's there. I don't think it's that great, but it's okay. And its third effect is if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes half at the end of the turn. Okay, its grave effect isn't that good. It's okay. I guess I would want to pop it with whales so I can halve something and have more chance of killing them. It's not the best though. But on this side though, Fluffal support, Dolphin's good, Scythe is good, Whale, it's okay. It's okay. The trap, I guess I'd maybe play 1. But Fluffal support, it's okay. I would say the 2 monsters are good, but the actual fusion and spells and traps I don't rate too highly. Okay, let's go into the Dark Lord support though now to see what we got here. Because if I want to read this stuff, because I like Dark Lords, plus I did get a bit of a spoiler to what like the 2 angels are, because they're actually on Solemn Scolding. They're the other 2 monsters that didn't betray God in Judgment. And I want to kind of see what their effects are. So let's see. We've got Dark Lord Delight. So we've got Fallen Angel right here. Level 4 Dark Fairy, 1600 defense, 1-0 attack. During your main phase, quick effect, immediately after this card resolves, tribute 1 fairy monster face up. So you just tribute into a monster. I mean, it could be useful. giving you that additional summon to get into another Dark Lord, but that doesn't really tickle my fancy. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can make all face-up monsters your opponent control lose 500 attack for each fairy monster currently on the field until the end of this turn. It's alright. It's okay being able to just negate like what, at least 500 attack. It's okay. I I don't rate this one. Okay, hopefully this one's better. Dark Lord of Pleasure. Okay. Uh, Fairy, 600 attack, 0 defense. You can only use the first effect of this card in multiple times. Okay. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can activate this effect. For the rest of this turn, you cannot activate monster effects except fairy monsters. Also, choose 2 Dark Lord monsters in your hand or deck, and that have different levels. And if you do, special summon one of them to your opponent's field in defense position. And if you do that, add the other to your hand. Wait, what? That's good. Like, sure, you're giving your opponent a Dark Lord, but you get to add like X Shield to your hand. You get to add like literally, you could just give them what you could give them Delight. Delight does nothing for them, and then you literally just kill Delight because it's sent to the graveyard. They lose attack points, and then you just use your Dark Lord effect. That's good. Okay, I like Pleasure. Pleasure's very good. Who are you? You're not God, are you? No, you're not God. You can't be God. I don't believe you're God. Dark Lord Nurgle. Level 8, 2700 attack, 2500 defense. Can only be special summoned. You can only special summon Nurgle once and only once that turn. You can only special summon Dark Lord Nurgles only once per turn. Okay, so you can summon it once per turn. If your fairy monster attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. Okay, so it gives a piercing blanket effect to all your monsters. Okay. Quick effect, you can pay 1,000 life points to target Dark Lord spell trap in your graveyard and shuffle it into the deck, and it becomes that effect. Right? Apply that target's effect. Yeah. So, standard Dark Lord effect with the boost that all your fairies gain piercing damage. Okay, not bad. Ooh, Lucifer. Ooh, okay. Morning Star got an update grade. Lucifer, Dark Lord of the Morning Star. Level 12, Fairy Fusion, 4,000 attack, 4,000 defense. Three Dark Fairy monsters, okay. You can only use the first and third effect of this card's name once per turn. Okay. If this card is fusion summoned using Dark Lord Morning Star as a material, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. Gives you a reason to use Morning Star. There's been zero reason to use Morning Star. This gives you a reason. Okay. Fairy monsters you control cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. Blanket protection. Nice. Nice. And its last effect is during any main phase, quick effect, 1,000 life points, special summon one fairy monster from your hand or graveyard in defense position. This is good. This is good. You literally just make it, use its effect to destroy all cards on your opponent's board, and then you pay 1,000, summon back 2 of the materials you used to make him for free. You literally just, that's actually really good. Okay, I like you. I like you. I want to test Dark Lords now. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot because this literally just says, oh, I get free resource. Free resources. Free resources. Yeah. And last but not least, a trap card. Rebellious Dark Lord. Normal trap. You can only activate one card of this card's name per turn. Send one Dark Lord monster that is in your hand or face up on your field to the graveyard. You can summon one Dark Lord fusion monster from your extract using monsters from your hand / or field as fusion materials. You can gain life points equal to the attack of monsters sent to the graveyard to activate this effect. Its attack on the field is sent from its attack on the field if sent from there. So you send a Dark Lord monster from your hand to the graveyard, or your field to the graveyard. Then you can fusion summon, and then you gain life points equal to the sent monster. So it's a fusion trap that gives you life points. I mean, I wouldn't Personally, I wouldn't use this just because polymerization is better. For the pure fact, it's not a trap card. You don't have to have an extra Dark Lord in hand, and it's just a lot more free resource. So I feel like this is not that good, but this is busted. This is decent. This is great. I like this card. This, I'm always giving them the light. Like the light and pleasure is busted. But yeah, so this is the support, guys. The Dark Lord support has a board wipe and proper boss monster that also says free summonings for all. Fluffals have got a new way to recycle Toy Vendor and get to edge him easier, along with a monster that allows them to fusion summon, and an interesting new extra deck monster than these two cards. But honestly, this support is pretty decent. Will it be good? I guess Fluffal could have better chances now that we are in Master Rule 5 after all. Don't know if they'll be meta, but this could be decent. Dark Lord's the same. I feel like they'll be a lot better just thanks to Pleasure. Because Pleasure gives the deck a lot more free resources and a lot more searchability at the same time. So that's really good. Plus, if they actually do manage to make Lucifer right here, then it's going to be a lot easier for the deck to play. So I actually really do like these cards. But guys, tell me what your thoughts of these cards are in the comment section below. Do you think the Fluffal support is really good? Do you think the Dark Lord support is really good? Have I missed something? Do you think I could have said something different about them? Do you think there's better combos? Do you think I'm underrating them or overrating them? Tell me that in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Rob that one, signing out. Later all.